Ryback Show starts now. Welcome to the Ryback Show, Thursday Live, and I'm just being informed I've now been blocked from sharing on Instagram Live. They have, I posted earlier, they'd suppressed my account, and they're now telling people who choose to follow me that the account is sharing false information, and there were two community violations based off of two posts that had nothing to do with the pandemic or anything. One was a gym post, and the other was another comedy post. And for whatever reason, they removed them. And the account, if you've noticed, I'm only getting hundreds of views on the majority of the posts. So I've sent them multiple messages over the days, because this has been going on now for this whole week. And so another more social media issues, and it is what it is. So we're not going to be streaming on Instagram, and it is what it is with all of that. Thank you for joining me today. Sorry, the little hiccup. I always hit the lives on those, and then I got hit with that right as it was getting ready to go. So we'll see. I don't know if it's going to be a week deal or a month. I don't know with Instagram. They've done this before, and but it's unfortunate because it limits the reach for sure on one platform. But we're here on Ryback TV on YouTube, Ryback Rules on Twitch, Ryback on Twitter, and the big guy Ryback 22 on TikTok. Still my favorite platform. And we do the best, even though things have been down over there. They've come up a bit and hopefully continue to go back up with everything on that platform. So hope everyone's having a good day. This show is brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition Premium Supplements, sweetened with stevia and monk fruit, no artificial sweeteners or colors, vegan friendly, available on feedmemore.com. All of December, you get free domestic shipping with your orders. Free shipping, guys. You don't have to pay for an Amazon Prime or anything. You get free shipping for Feed Me More Nutrition, and we're giving you a free Feed Me More Nutrition drawstring gym bag the whole month of December as a free gift. Just select it as your free gift, and that gym bag is yours as well. You can sign up for my email and text messages for a weekly discount, members only discount with a message of positivity, health tip, something my thought of the week. Emails are a little more elaborate. The text message is a little more condensed on that, but discounts that are not made available anywhere else to our customers. And then also, just for signing up for those, you do get 25% off on each one for the email and the text. 25% off if you're a new customer, free domestic shipping, and free Feed Me More Nutrition drawstring gift bag. So pretty good deals over on feedmemore.com. Been a great day for the big guy. We got a lot done today for myself here. The big chest workout and 10 rounds on the Stairmaster. A lot of Feed Me More Nutrition work in the morning. We've got a lot of cool things going on with all of that. We are going to be growing quite a bit more going into 2022 as we continue to push the pedal to the metal with everything going on for the supplements. And I thank each and every one of you guys for supporting Feed Me More Nutrition. We started with 3 supplements. We have 13. We're working on 14 right now, and new flavors, as I mentioned, for the Pumplex City. We've got a blueberry ready to go, and the vanilla mocha frappuccino on the ISO Hungry plant protein is ready, and the peanut butter is ready as well. So we are going to be pushing some new flavors going into 2022 with our already great supplements. Continue to expand on Amazon, and faced a little bit of issues with everything in different ways. And I could say too, with everything going on, with my Ryback trademark with WWE, there's some stuff going on behind the scenes. I cannot talk about it, but hoping to have this done very, very soon, and in having that chapter closed forever, and able to move forward. And we'll see what happens. We're letting the attorneys take care of all that, and it's very positive, and it's going to be very good moving forward with everything. But continue just to stay hungry, to continue to know what I got to do to get healthy, grow my business, keep everything happy, and just successful and happy in life. And we're going to be in a very, very good position next year with everything. And especially we get this shoulder. I'm working on it, like I said, morning to night, in between everything. And uh, it's I could tell by where it's at. There's just got to get these sections to completely free up, and it's really hard to. There's no timetable on anything. It's just it's getting closer and closer, and I could tell improvements in my body. I could tell that I'm not hurting after workouts now. When I used to do chest and shoulders, I would be in it would be uncomfortable. Nothing like I couldn't handle, but it just wasn't right because the mechanics weren't right. Now I'm able to work out, and that it's not I'm not getting the inflammation I was getting, and which is it's such a beautiful thing, and so we're in a really good place. But we're here for you guys: health, fitness, supplementation, motivation, mindset, pro wrestling. Super chats are brought up and super chats are encouraged. The Ryback Coffee Fund for my Starbucks coffee. This is a Newman's Own decaf organic that I'm drinking. I had my coffee in the afternoon before the gym, and I always do my wake up unlimited energy first thing in the morning with everything. Also, Sophie update. Sophie did rupture another disc in her neck. Woke up yesterday morning and realized that she was not right. She slept by me a couple nights ago. Last 2 nights, she slept right on me and rested her head on me because her neck was hurting. And today we were able to start her on her prednisone, and she was on the gabapentin. It's a pain uh, tablet for dogs 3 times a day, and now she's on prednisone, which helps. That helps tremendously lower the inflammation and the swelling. Luckily, it did not bruise her spinal cord, so she's does not need surgery. It looks like it. So it's just it takes her 2-3 weeks to kind of recover, and she's a little bit slower, and it sucks because this has been going on about 4 years. It'll be 4 years in February, and I've been very transparent and open about everything. It was why I stopped doing appearances. It was why I stopped traveling. Otherwise, I would have had to put her down because she's not able to get checked in to places, and it's a very. I just made a decision to go all in on my business. I left hundreds of thousands of dollars out there in the pro wrestling world each year with that, and it was a decision I just made because she made me happy, and I love her more than anything, along with the little guy, and that's the purpose of life. And I figured, I go, what am I chasing if I put her down? And she's not like doesn't need to be put down. Don't get me wrong. It's not like she bounces back even when she was paralyzed. She bounced back. But I go, if I were to put her down and to go do that, and just to go to appearances, not even wrestling, I go, what am I really? What am I? I'm going the opposite direction of evolving in my life and growing and understanding health, happiness, and love. And so it's been, like I said, the 5.5 years this is all, and being away from TV and everything, a lot of valuable lessons learned, and I'm in a very, very good place. I've been blessed in a lot of ways, and it's been a lot of work, but having a very good understanding of being grounded, and understanding that yes, I want to go back and do what I did that I walked away from, but I'm in such a better place and I don't need to do it. I could just go do it because I want to do it, and I don't have to let the negative toxic portion of that it could bring, where I have to make bad decisions because that's what pays the bills. No, that no longer pays the bills, right? That will now just be that will just be extra that funds everything even further, and investments and everything of that. So, and feed me more nutrition further. So it could be a little stressful with her because she takes a little bit of work, but she was with the mother right now, taking care of her and little guy. And but thank you for all the messages that were concerned about everything with her, and she's doing good. It's just I worry the older she gets, and she turned 6 on Halloween this year, that it, she's ruptured. This is like 9, 10. She's had 7 surgeries, and so I think this is number 10 because this was the third disc that didn't rupture or didn't bruise her spinal cord, that hasn't required surgery. So we're like dodged a bullet on that, but it's she's a little trooper, and she's a tough little cookie. All right, let's go. We got some super chats here. William Schaffner, thank you, buddy. Ryback, love watching you. How often do you get recognized when you're out in public? Depends where I go. I would say so. I don't go out to like a lot of places. I've kind of got like I go to the same gym pretty much, and I'll bounce around. to the gym, and and I'll give you an example. Like when I switched, I usually go to the same LVAC. And I go at a specific time where it's usually the same people, and people in there know me. The front desk, everyone knows me as Ryback. And sometimes they'll get a new person that's there, and oh my God, Ryback. It happens. Like that's not uncommon. But like if I go to a new gym, and this has happened the first time I go to a different gym that I've never been to, that there'll usually be people that come up and do pictures and things of that. But it's not. And then there's other times, like if I go to my gym where I'm completely cool, and because everybody knows the same people in there. And I order my groceries. Now I haven't been to a grocery store outside of like the natural grocers. I'll pop in there real quick if I got to grab like one or two things. But I order my stuff most of the time. I do most of my shopping if I need anything off Amazon as well. I limit how much I really, really go out. But it happens. I mean, it every day. Typically, and not to say there's times when that hasn't, but if it happens more often than not, and I'd say I look pretty similar to how I did, and it's always uh, it's always a good feeling though that people still 'cause 5.5 years is a long time off TV, and, but I would say it happens quite often, and, it is oftentimes too, like, once if someone comes up and does ask for a picture, typically then because I'm not I'm more than I like my piece, don't get me wrong, and I have an intense look on my face more often than not. So I think once that gets broken, if I'm in like a public place, then people, oh, it's okay to go ask them. And that's like what happened. Like it happens at the gyms, like and stuff where people, oh, it's okay to go stop them. But great question. Thank you, William. Hope you're having a good night. Nino, hey, what's going on, bud? Got any news on the Gorilla Gas supplement yet? Keep continuing the awesomeness of hashtag feed me more. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we're just waiting. I've there's a lot going on with the manufacturer. I still haven't got pricing on it. I got I deal with so much, so I'm right now we're focusing on Amazon with some stuff. I've had to get a lot of stuff tested, and like Amazon too. I've had to spend a ton of money on third-party testing, and Amazon is requiring certain supplements to be tested for drugs. This isn't just me, this is all supplement companies. So like the big guy testosterone booster had to be tested for all like the for like Cialis and Viagra and like for the ED drugs. And I'm like, that's illegal. Like what supplement companies would even were there that they're requiring that to be tested? And then like the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner had to be tested for other drugs. And this is like, but so for fat burners, they test for specific drugs, and for like testosterone boosters, they're making you test for more drugs. And also, every supplement starting in January has to be third party tested, which we've got the majority or half of them, I think, tested. So we're working on getting the other half tested with that. So, like I said, we've got a bunch going on with the new flavors. So Gorilla Gas will be out. It'll be out 2022. I would imagine. I would say based off of the importance of things I've got to get done, it's probably going to be middle of 2022 with that. But that is going to be the next supplement that does come out. So it's happening. That's why like it's just a matter of timing with everything. But great question, buddy, and hope you're doing well. Thank you for all the love and support. We've got another super chat. Rob, what's going on, Rob? Hey, big brother, do you take beet powder, and does it really help with the circulation? Yeah, so I actually eat raw beets. I used to do the powder when I first learned about it, and the powder, the taste. I actually have a Ryback TV feeding time video where I spilled the beet juice all over me. That stuff you do not want to spill all over you or in your vehicle. It is a B. I don't want to cuss with TikTok. I try. It's a mother to clean up. Son of a bee. But yes, it does, and it is. I eating raw beet, so you actually absorb more of the nutrients than like cooking them, because you do lose a portion of nutrients when you cook them, or even steaming them is better than cooking. But it's just better to eat them raw. And I actually eat them with I eat them at night with my hummus and I'll do a hummus guacamole and like a little plant-based queso. I just found a kick-ass plant-based queso at the store, by the way, that tastes like legit real queso. And so I do like a little dipping sauce with all my veggies at night. It very much it increases nitric oxide in the body. It acts in like with circulation and blood flow with everything. That, like I said, pistachios, beetroots, and I would add also, if you're going to do beets, I would add radishes. Radishes enhance that even further. And yeah, if you stack beetroots and radishes with the big guy testosterone booster, woo, Space Mountain, 24/7. It is. It's there's so many cool things when you're learning about food and the benefits of it, and that we don't get, and because we're taught like just macronutrients and protein and this and that, and you can eat these carbs here, and it's the nutrients that are in the food that are the most important for us to thrive, and where we do not have to get old, we don't have to slow down, we will excel, we can reverse aging and do all these cool things that we didn't know before, or we did know when we got lost when this capitalism for bad took over, you know, early 19th century into the 20th century. So, but yeah, man, beets, and you could take the beetroot powder. There's nothing wrong if you want to do the powder. You're still getting the nutrients in that. I think I like just I like just beets, and I'm getting a vegetable garden here. We're just getting quotes from all the companies. I'm going to be growing. I'm going to have a whole section of beets and radishes out there. People are like, "Why do you only have things that help with blood flow?" Woo! I'm the big guy. It's, but I legit love them. Like I notice it's such a cool. I like the taste of them, and like I love eating food that I know it helps with endurance, so exercise performance, and like in to me in aerobic capacity, it's legit. Beetroots are the one thing studied as a true performance enhancer, that they will help your performance in the bedroom and on the racetrack. So it's, to me as a man, I'm like, yeah, I want to be bigger, stronger, faster than everybody. And yeah, I want to be unbelievable in all areas of life. So why wouldn't you eat beets? Like, do you eat beets, bro? No, what a loser. So powder's cool, man. Nothing's wrong with the powder. Great question. See what another super chats are coming in strong tonight. Thank you guys. I love you guys on TikTok too. Thank you for all the love and support. Do you think the chances of you signing with AEW are less than, say, this time last year, especially after MJF's comments last night? So I'm going to just tell you guys, none of you, one, no on any of that. And two, I think it's pro wrestling, and your job as a pro wrestler, as a heel, and that, first of all, didn't come from him. Just so people, that came from Punk, and it is what it is. And I've dealt with this for how long? And I've given you guys nothing but the truth and facts on everything. And you guys, that's something those guys discuss their promos, no doubt, and they know what they're going to say. And that was, MJF has never mentioned anything before up until working with him. So, and I think it's the I'm not there right now. I'm not. It's not even on my radar as far as anything going on until I get myself to where I want to be. But discussion wise with anything, I'm not going to let people know what's going on any of that. But the chances of anything haven't gone down. I think if anything, that does nothing but help me even more with that. And because I'm dealing with all my stuff right now. My main thing is getting everything closed out with WWE. I have to get that fixed. I have to get my social media free. I need that thing closed and done with, which is in the process of happening right now, which I just said, and the attorneys are handling all that. And we got to get that matter closed and out of the way. I get the trademark, everything, and we're off to the races and all that. But so, and we're dealing with, this is all in the final stages of all that. But you think, I think it's a good thing that your name can be brought up. And I don't care that it's pro wrestling, right? With any of that. And the people that know with that. And I'm not worried at all. I was a million times more over than MJF ever will be at my peak. And I will be once again. And I wish him nothing but the best. I don't know how that guy got on my TikTok. That was odd. But I think he's very entertaining, and he knows how to generate interest in his angles and what he's doing. And I think it's a good thing when you could bring up a guy's name who hasn't been on TV in 5.5 years, and it trends and things of that nature. But um, I put my piece out on it, and I meant that, because that's exactly when I said he's going to be an enhancement talent for Punk. It's what he's going to be, and people will see the real Punk the longer that he is there. And I've told you guys the truth from day one on everything. So, but he's entertaining and he's good. And I just know though, I could tell you, and I got messages as soon as it happened because I didn't see it. I had it on the TV, but I had my headphones on, and then I got some text messages, and I go, "What?" And then I go online and see it, and I knew instantly. And the people who I'm messaging, who I talk with, they go, "That came from Punk," and there's no doubt that it did, because he's the one that holds on to the animosity. He's a very toxic human being. He was always insecure and jealous of me, and it is who he is, and I don't care what people think of him there now. I've always been honest about the situation, and he's lied time and time again on everything. So but that doesn't affect business. And I could just say, and I've done it to him when he was in WWE, because I don't put up with his BS and his lies. With that doesn't affect business and what I do in my life, and it doesn't mean I can't go somewhere and go work somewhere if I choose to go work somewhere. So. And I'm not going to sit back, and I'm not going to be like, "Oh, I was this and that," when he's the one that has done what he's done and was in the wrong and has lied time and time again. And again, I've proven it. The ribs was a complete lie. The WWE doctors, I was there for all. It was not a thing. He lied about the ribs, and he lied about the table on the concrete. I don't know how much more like that. So, and I tell people, they go, "Well, you missed the table and you dropped him on concrete." And then he made up a scenario in the back to make himself look like a tough guy. I go, if he was such a tough guy and I was hurting him this whole time, how come I didn't get my ass kicked? That's what you guys got to ask yourself. How come your cult hero didn't kick my ass this whole time that I'm hurting him, when I never hurt anybody else, right? And you go, wait a minute, yeah, that doesn't really make too much sense. And two, and here's where everything goes out the window. The table breaks. Yeah, granted, we didn't go directly through the middle of the table, but when have you ever known WWE not to have padding all around a stunt area? Do you think that, and with one of their guys like Punk, that they're going to have him just go through a table on concrete? I'm asking you a serious question. Or do you think maybe he's full of shit and lied to you guys because he was trying to get as much heat, like the steroids thing, and it's all lies, because he's jealous and insecure, and he's going to be jealous and insecure people there too. But he's a shell of his former self. He got his ego stripped away. He's been humbled, and he does not have the confidence that he used to have. I could see it in his eyes, and I'll tell that to his face, because I've told him to his face many times on things, and he just takes it like he always does. So I don't care what people think about it. I've always been honest and truthful with it, and it is what it is. But doesn't change anything. Hello, hello. Any thoughts on Kevin Owens' new deal between $2 and $3 million a year? Does that pay high for a WWE talent? I don't know anything about that. I don't know what. I couldn't even comment. I don't know. Uh, but again, we've seen them. I think that the moment you take that amount, if he's getting that money, I don't think that's a lot of money. First of all, I think that's very low for WWE contracts. I think it's good compared to what a lot of wrestlers make. And that's not like knocking Kevin. I think wrestlers should just be paid more, especially guys like key people, right? And all talent that are there. But the moment we've seen it, that they give guys, and you start getting into those $1 million contracts per year, they're more disposable as well on all of that. So, but he's been very reliable for them. I like Kevin a lot, and I think Kevin's very entertaining, and he it's I'm happy if he was happy and he got that amount of money. I think that's great. Super chat. Kimura Kyle, thank you. What type of rice do you eat? I just got into eating brown rice and beans. I also never had black rice. Not sure if you had. I'm big. I do black rice and beans, and I'll do a mixture of pinto beans, black beans, and navy beans. But I do black rice primarily, and I'll do every once in a while a little white rice. Because because I make a big thing of white rice for the dogs, and I do a little black rice for them too. I don't do as much black rice. I was told to more white rice for them from the vet that we have, and they could still do a little black rice, but not as much as I was giving them, and so just do a little with that. But black rice has more nutrients and that are beneficial, and it's known as the forbidden rice. It's and look that up, and you could see it's. So, but I think there's nothing wrong if you do. I would do a combination. Make a big pot up of brown rice and black rice, and I believe it's 113 grams of cooked rice is one serving usually, right around that. That might change depending on the brand, but you're right around 113 grams is about a serving of cooked rice. And what I do is I cook it up in big pots every week, and that in my beans, and I measure it out on my measuring scale when I do my performance meals. And I know then beans are about 125 grams per serving for cooked beans. Walter, let's see what's going on. Good to see everybody. As always, super chats are answered as I get them. If not, I will get to the questions as I could see them on here. Hey Walter, hey Ryback. Walter says, yeah, that segment pissed me off. However, like you said before, they're still talking about you. Even they're still talking about you even until this day. You're at home getting better, ready to kick ass, and you're still a name. Yeah, and I think that's the end of the day. Uh, it's not a bad thing at all with that. And again, he's a heel, and but he's known he knows he's smart, and he knows how to say things that are going to get him attention with that. And again, say Punk had nothing to do with that, even though like everyone I know, we know Punk was completely 100% behind that. He though is that would be very relevant to say something like that to Punk with their angle, right? And with how his character is. So it's like, even though it's not true, and if it's not, and I don't care, and it's not gonna, I'm very happy and content as a physical actor. And I know the energy that I brought each and every night, and wrestling 5 nights a week, and having arenas shake, and it's not made up, and the footage is out there, and the people that were there know with that. So, and again, I have enough relationships with people in wrestling that know, and getting healthy, I'm doing what I need to do, and that's what I do. I just keep focusing on me. I block, and that's what I said. I block all the negative hate. That's one thing I don't miss about wrestling is like the negative hate, where people take this stuff. It's like you don't have social media, so people could go run on there and then and voice their negative, hateful opinions. I will block that all day long because I look at it, and because once I go back, I'm not going to be as nearly as involved on my social media. I will have people just block these people continuously so that the times I am on it, the contact with negative, hateful people is very minimum. And I always people have the right to, if they want to voice their opinion or express themselves, but it's like there's a thing called having just respect in how you talk to people. And two, the majority of the time, it's all things that are lies, and they can't form correct sentences, or they're very just negative and hateful in their speech. It's like, who, I'm doing you a favor if I bother you that much. Goodbye, good riddance on that. And two, it helps at least ease the load of those comments in the future by having that portion of people blocked out already. Because look, I'm not worried. I don't care if we block 1 billion people. At the end of the day, there's 8 billion people on the planet, and that number is only growing, right? The people that like me are out there, and then if you don't like me, I'm simply helping you not come find me on that. Even though we know some of them are going to make fake accounts and all that, but yeah, it's I think it's a testament to I left enough of an impression on a mark on enough people where that comment can be said on TV and have some meaning in understanding from the fans, right? On that. So and it fits with what they're doing. So not, it is what it is. Thank you, William. Another super chat here. William Schaefer. I always want to say Schaffner because one of my buddies was Chucky Schaffner growing up, Charles Schaffner. Love how you address haters. Just curious, do you listen to Joe Rogan podcast? Thank you very much. And I always tell you guys, just be ourselves, and people are going to love you and hate us no matter what. And there'll be a lot to me, it's always fun too, because a lot of the net negative portion of people, they get very upset when they get blocked. And what they do is they just continue name calling. Oh, you're sensitive. You're not open to criticism. I don't know about you. I'm not trying to take criticism from people that are not doing well in life. And I can tell you that there's not been one comment from someone doing well in life. And I go, and if you notice, I've even read lies on there too. They're like Ryback blocked AEW and MJF. I go, where do you guys come up with this stuff? Those guys aren't blocked, but they just come up with lies and they keep going. And it just block them out. I keep going. And because I know it's not important and they're not important. And I'm never gonna let them stop. Like, because the moment you give them that power, like I already know they're wrong. So why I'm not gonna try to argue with them or entertain their thoughts or try to convince them otherwise. They have their thoughts made up. They're of a certain level of intelligence. Okay, we're gonna let you just go bother other people. We're gonna keep being hungry and doing our thing. And again, I get hate. There's a portion of people that hate me for they look at me and I understand this part of it. They look at me and they see a big muscled up guy and they instantly think this guy's a big steroid using guy. He doesn't work hard. He gets attention because he does steroids. So they're already one completely wrong on their assessment of me. And they don't understand that I'm legitimately one of the few people on the planet that works as hard as I do and has great genetics. And I say few, and there's a certain portion of people that have those good genetics. And I've always been honest. I've been on TRT, HRT since 28, but I'm literally normal levels with all that. But they don't respect that. They don't understand it, so they hate me for that. I also don't put up with their BS and block them and shut them out. And I put out positivity, and I'm a happy person. People hate people that are happy for the most part with that. But I also don't like. I just don't tolerate people to disrespect me, and a lot of them they can't stand that because. But in my real life too, and like what I said, like I have such an enjoyable life and in real interactions with people. So it's just like it's a very small, certain portion of people who we're not even going to ever see in public, anyways, for the most part. Or if it is, they're paying for a picture and an autograph, and they're not going. They're like, "Hey, right, like, you blocked me 3 years ago," and I'm like, "Oh, cool, yeah. Thank you for the money. Have a good day, buddy. Good to see you." And yes, I do listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. I actually got to listen to the new one. Is it with the Peter guy on there? I've seen some clips, and I think it's a worthwhile episode from everything I've seen on the current situation of what's going on. Yeah, again, that's there's so many lies. Yeah, a video was made about you by a major outlet saying Ryback wished he never left WWE. I let them know, did not, and is a businessman. Yeah, again, I can't control what people are gonna put out or any of that, and if you ever notice the people that do this, they do not mention anything that I'm currently doing and with Feed Me More Nutrition or the whole Feed Me More LLC with all of this and with the podcast, everything tied in with that. And may I make more than the majority of people through my social media, not even counting my business. But with these, they fail to mention this and the success of this, starting with 3 supplements and growing to 13 and making more revenue than I made in professional wrestling. They will not acknowledge it. And if you ever notice, if you ever see anything, they'll be like, "Oh, what has Ryback done? He's done." They don't acknowledge the injuries. They don't acknowledge anything that is factual. They just go, "Oh, he eats chips." And then oh, Ryback eats chips. Oh, and that's what we're dealing with. I would advise you just block that stuff, man. It's not worth watching. You are literally watching low tier human beings who are just going clickbait, talking about complete nonsense. They are the biggest losers on the planet. That's why I will not do wrestling stuff when I go back. I'm not doing the wrestling interviews. I'm not talking with these people. These people, screw them, screw all of them. I don't even care if they're good people, screw them all. It's like if you're in that industry, like in that's your deal, then because majority of the time they're pushing lies and they create hate for people. And I don't put up with it. I'm like, man, you guys could do so much better in life. If that's what you choose to do, get out of here. So, and then I have that attitude towards them because that's how they are, right? So then they continue. Oh, we're just keep putting up more lies, but they're playing to such a minute audience that's not going to affect me in anything that I do in my life. Uh, let's see. Landon, thank you for the super chat. This may be an odd question, so I'll forgive you if you don't want to or can't answer this question. But do WWE stars hook up with one another? I think that's a pretty obviously WWE talent, male and female talent, or have had relationships and have gotten married and have kids. and in other companies, people in AEW, and I'm sure in Impact. So I think that you've answered your own question. If you just look at that, and that answers your question, I should say, that with that. But as far as what people do in their personal lives, or if they're not dating and whatnot, I don't get involved in any of that. And people are I think there's people are on the road, and people are adults, so they can do what they want to do, and it's their business. So not a bad question. It's just that's not something I don't know. Like, if I don't get involved, and I never did when I was there. It was like I'm not like sitting in the bleachers with a group of the guys. Like, did you guys hear about those who John Cena hooked up with last night? I swear I saw one of the Bella twins go on his bus carrying moonshine. Can you believe that? Let's not like I don't get caught up in that. Triple H and Stephanie. Yeah, Triple H and Stephanie. I mean, he literally married the boss's daughter. With that. Let's be honest, they couldn't get as many likes and memes for eating chips. Yeah, I would love that video to see how much that really does if it's not suppressed with the account. Because I'm telling you, you guys, it's going to be everything I've said has been completely true, or been able to go back and be traced as being true that I've said since I've left. I am not making this up. My social media is being suppressed on every account, and it's WWE is partners with all these places. And the fact that I have been able to grow despite all of this is absolutely amazing. That video would have so many more views, though. If it's just it is what it is. But very few people could eat chips and do well, I would say, with that. But the purpose of that video was as a ASMR video for that, and I talked about it doing it to get as much attention as possible to different things. People, I found out I didn't even know what ASMR was when I first until I'd learned about it, and I go, people are into that kind of thing. And I ordered the little microphone, and I did a series of them, and I did a bunch of different videos, and I did like the Ryback has heat and all these things that I saw that were getting attention, and it helped the channel grow and help people find me and with what I'm doing. And got it to a point. Then I realized, okay, I don't want to be doing anything that's bad for my health or anything of that nature long term with that. And then I've kind of evolved it to what it currently is, where it's very sustainable for the rest of my life. Like, I could have a vegan meal for the rest of my life. I could be, 90 years old, and sitting in my car with another talent doing food videos on the road at any stage of my life, and just having fun. So, dude, my girlfriend loves ASMR. Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, if you look, it's one of the most popular things on YouTube, and that was one of the reasons. But I think, like, I've seen there's people like, oh man, Ryback's falling hard. He's eating chips, and I'm like, well, eating a bag of chips for my cheat meal for the week is falling hard when I'm do you guys understand like how YouTube works, and like having a business that's tied into your marketing? But you're dealing with people that just don't understand any of that. So, like I said, I always give the comparison. If I was like all overweight and like depressed and eating the chips, and like it was like a sad video of like, and I'm just like doing drugs, and it's none of that. Like, I've got such control over my life, and I just go, okay, you guys can pick and choose. At the end of the day, the story is going to tell itself, and everything's going to be absolutely amazing. And they'll come up with new things to hate, because most of the haters, they can never admit that they're wrong or that they believe lies. And so what they will do is they will just shift to another thing to keep the hate going. Like, yeah, well, there's this though, and that's why I say that just block them and just keep going on. I just don't care about them, quite frankly. But thank you. Let's see. Thank you, Jose. WWE is trying to make you look bad, and you're one of the nicest guys, and they're just poking you since you're the bear in the situation. Yeah, that's not, and that's why I said the people that know me. But I'm also not one to like. You can't sit back and let people push you around. And there's a reason why I have won everything, and very few people are able to do that. And I've been able to literally ride out the storm, and I've not let that affect me. I think I've remained overwhelmingly positive considering what a multi-billion-dollar company has tried to do with me. And people, again, look, if you look, I get a lot of love, but there's also a fair amount of hate, right? I don't let that stop me. And I don't, it's not to say that I don't get upset at times or different things, but I've remained overwhelmingly positive for the most part and continue just to focus on the things I can control on that with everything. And I know that it's going to work itself out, and it's going to. And I've always had a sense of inner belief and protection with things, and not even a company as large as that, they've not been able to do it, and they're not going to do it. And the thing is, just get my health back so that I have control physically again. And we're so close with everything. Thank you very much, Detroit Lions Talk. That's a very nice comment saying that the big guy is humble and that makes him a great guy in quality mindset. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, and Detroit says again, honestly, what you're doing will benefit your career far more than wrestling. You are your own boss. Absolutely. And I already have talked about that. Like, and it's very enjoyable for me. I'm doing the things that I enjoy and helping people and growing my business. And then when I go back to wrestling, that's only just going to add fuel to everything that's going on with it. And it's been blessed to get my health back. So I've laid the groundwork and have a functioning machine in place. The Feed Me More machine is up and running, and it's one of those things. I think a lot of people, they go, "What do you like?" And that happened like with last night. They're like, "You're not on TV. You're not. What do you don't even? You're not even employed." There's so many people that are just clueless to like anything going on. They don't understand having a business. They don't understand making revenue 24/7. They don't understand the work and the countless years I spent the first 3 years doing everything with this to build this to what it is. And it's just going to keep getting bigger. And they're going to continue. That portion of people will continue to try to discredit, and they'll just, when all they could do, the one thing they go back to is by what the punk said is oh, he's dangerous. He missed the table. One, it's a lie. And I've already countless times explained that. So one thing that they go back to is a lie. And then it's like, and again, I'm like, well, what else do you have? And they don't have anything else. And I go, if you have to keep reaching, you're reaching so far back on the same lie over and over, things are going good. So, and if it's not one thing, they'll find another. And that's just the way that it is with anything that we do in life. My thing is, you just block those people out. I don't need them. I don't need them to be successful in life. I wish them the best. I'm like, but just get out of here. Diseased mindsets, and I'm a very like positive and loving person, but I will tell you this, and you and people, a lot of people like, well, you got to forgive and this and that. I believe too, like as long as you're happy and you just focus on the things that you're doing in life. But when it comes to bad, I'm talking bad, negative, toxic, evil people, you have to smash those people. You cannot give them an inch in anything. You can't cater to them. You can't bend for them. You have to smash them. And I always give the example, and I've said it many times. If we're sitting in our house and our family's in the other room and somebody breaks in and has a weapon is going to hurt our family, are you going to sit there and be loving and say prayers and forgiving? Or are you going to pick up and grab your weapon and take care of business? Right? And that's an extreme sense of it. But there are bad people out there that can't be reasoned with. They're not of the intelligence level to have civil conversations. They're not respectful. They're disrespectful. They're already spending their time in just as lost souls reading lies, lie after lie after lie. They're in a completely miserable place. It's not my job to fix those people. I do this. The people that seek out the content, that want to improve their lives, that listen, that read books, that want to learn, that want to grow, that want to get better, we could talk all day long. But if you're going to come in and attack and try think you're giving criticism over something when you're just being hateful and you don't know how to speak, and you would never speak like that in real life, it's like we're just going to block and we're going to just keep going on, and we're going to keep focusing on the good stuff going on. uh yeah, I don't know anything about the I've Ryback, have you ever tried the ghost pepper barbecue ribs with no, I've not. Why don't I'm vegan, man. I've been vegan over 16 months. Appreciate all the love and support on TikTok. I see you guys over there. We're just live streaming over here. Walter, the traps are doing well. I've been training them twice a week usually. I've got a massive amount of scar tissue still in one section that I found a new technique of breaking it up that I got to go do more of tonight. And it is, I could tell by my chest workout today, we're getting every week, it just gets better and better. And I got to see my massage therapist this week as well. And I also just got in a bunch of acupuncture needles, which we're going to be putting into the hardened places that I need. And we're there. Once this thing frees up and I don't get the grinding, I could go back to wrestling. I don't need my shoulder to even be 100%, and I just need the grinding to go away. Once that grinding goes away, I'm going to be physically stable and able to like do anything. And I can now, but I will have repercussions if I go all out right now. Where we just got to get these. It's so close, and it's I've said this for a while, and it's been I like I said, I almost wish I had a Truman Show camera on me for people just to like, and obviously not on me 24 hours a day. That would be just pure hell. But like where people could just see the time of what it's taken to overcome this from beginning to end. I don't think a lot of people would believe it. I don't. And I think about that times when I'm doing this. I'm like, man, I've been on this softball for like 2.5, 3 hours throughout the day on some days, on top of the ultrasound and shock wave and the crystal trigger thing I put on me, the shock thing. And like I walk around with that the house and do 100, 150 pops on the areas. And I go, it's just, but I know I know what I'm working towards each day. So I'm like, I got to do this work. This is what needs to be done on top of the other things that I know I have to do. So I have a good structure in routine. I get up super early between usually 4:30, sometimes latest at 6, but I'm up early majority of mornings, and every once in a while blue moon 3 something, like if I like get a wild hair at my ass. But I'm you know and I have a good routine and structure that allows me the time to do what I do, and I've got everything in place. We're going to do it, man. And the traps, I promise you, Walter, I'm not coming back. I'm going to be in better shape than I ever was when I come back is Ryback 2.0, which is just Ryback. We're not NXT here. But when I come back, vegan Ryback. Let's see. What else do we got going on? This is actually a great question. Yeah, Kimura Kyle. Thank you for the super chat again, buddy. You still got that cowboy hat from your NXT days. I do. It's upstairs in my laundry room in a little drawer, folded up. That hat I bought at Walmart Supercenter in was it Clearwater, Florida. It was off the freeway, and it was that or St. Petersburg. I can't remember it was because St. Pete, if you go from the Tampa, I had to drive over the Gandy Bridge, and then you would get into St. Petersburg. And then I think I had to go it was east or west. I don't know. I can't remember which the coordinates out there as far as the directions like I do here. But let's just say east. The off the freeway, there was a Walmart Supercenter, and I bought the Skip Sheffield hat. It was their little Dickie section in there. And I go, oh, that's a stupid looking cowboy hat. And that became because it was too small for my head, which I had the character of what I was going to be, this corn-fed meathead that was just this big, strong, tough guy that didn't really realize his own strength and toughness, and was just a happy-go-lucky, Green Mile friendly, large man in the pro wrestling world. And I go, that hat is I looked in the little mirror there. People were like walking by, and I'm like in the Dickie section and the Mexican section in Walmart, like trying on this undersized hat. And I still have it. That hat has been through hell. It's been crushed. It is the cheapest, most durable cowboy hat in the world. Maybe I'll wear it for an episode of the Ryback Show. Yeah, I've met Haku. Haku has had a Ryback shirt in FCW. Haku has always been very supportive of Ryback and of me. I love Haku, man. He's and his kids are all awesome. They're all awesome. I always know Don. I always call him Donnie Marlowe because that's how I knew him from FCW. Hello, Melody and Ronnie. I hope you guys are doing well and have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Ryback Show. Yeah, Walter, thank you. And again, patience. And I'm not on anybody else's timetable. I don't get concerned. I get people that message me. They literally tell me to give up, to stop. They go, "You're never coming back. Just stop it. You're not going to do it." And I just block and just keep doing it. I go, "Okay, no, you gave up, and you know you could never. You can't even comprehend in your brain how somebody could actually overcome this, and you've given up on yourself." And no, I don't. And I'm already winning. I'm already happy. Like the win has already happened. Now we're just going to go for the cherry on top. So, and it's all good. But I always appreciate the love and support, man. At the end of the day, it just comes down to we guys got to know what we want, and like that's what I know what I want. So I'm not going to stop going for what I want. And what I want isn't hurting anybody. It's not like a negative thing. So it's like I will never allow that to infiltrate my goals and dreams and desires. I got a brand new 2021 Dodge Charger RT V8 Hemi. They just in the Hellraiser purple blacktop edition with the dark tint. That's what I'm currently driving. All right, super chat. Life of Daz. Thank you very much. Hope all is good, my friend. Hope we see you do a vegan road trip. That'd be cool. A diner drive and a dive style. Yeah, I got to do actually. I think I got to get a feeding time video done tomorrow. I got to think about tonight where I'm gonna go. Because I've done a few videos not in my car, so we got to try to get the car video. But I feel like there's a new place here. Someone was saying I'm gonna look and see. And I also did get the Beyond Chicken. Somebody recommended. I've got 2 bags of the Beyond Chicken tenders ready to go. So, and I may do, maybe I'll do that for early next week, but I want to do an eating out video for this week. And then I got my little bit of red wine tomorrow night and my 24-hour fast after tomorrow night as well. So I'm looking forward to my wine night tomorrow. That's my night to relax a little bit and woo. Good to see all of you. Did I miss a super chat? No. See, do we have any good questions over on TikTok tonight? Let's do a TikTok question. Ryback for the Universal Championship. You guys, do we have a good question over on TikTok? I am coming back when I come back. We've just spent this time talking about when I get my shoulder right. And it's getting closer and closer. I appreciate you guys, all the love and support. Please share my channel with everybody on TikTok, my account. We're about to hit 2.4 million very shortly, but we've had some issues with all the accounts, and TikTok was the one we didn't, but we are having some issues with that. Let's see. Do we want someone? Let's see. What's going on, buddy?
What's up?
What's your name?
Yeah, like your background. My name's Brandon.
What is it?
Brandon.
Brandon, nice to meet you. Should help if I don't. You're not on the headphones, so that's just for that. I'll let one question, Brandon, before we got to go back to Ryback TV.
All right, one question. All right, let's see. I gotta ask you. Oh snap!
You want me to ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it. I don't know any questions to ask you. I don't know.
What city do you live in?
I live in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island? That's a nice area back there. How's the weather?
It was 60 degrees out today.
That's not bad at all for back there.
Exactly. The other day it was like 20 degrees out, and then it jumps to 60 degrees out.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
18?
I'm a senior. Yeah, I'm a senior in high school.
When's the final month of school?
June.
June?
For seniors, it's June, yeah.
Isn't it usually May? Maybe
since COVID, it's like right now it's June 3rd.
Do you have to wear a mask in school over there still or no?
Yeah, it's so annoying. They yell at you if you don't.
Really?
Even if it's underneath your nose, they'll give you like detention and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
All right. Well, stay safe out there, buddy. I just wanted to do a quick little TikTok, and I got to get back. But have a good one. I appreciate you watching.
All right, yeah, of course.
All right, buddy. Take care. Doing a little live on TikTok. I hadn't done one of those yet. I just wanted to check it out. I don't know if you guys were able to hear. You should have been able to hear. Should have picked up everything. Yeah, don't pay $72 for a pizza again. Yeah, that was. Trust me, that wasn't like. It didn't feel great doing that, but it was. I tried to drive and get it, and that didn't happen. It was there was a lot of traffic and congestion and no parking right by it. And I go, you know what? I was committed to getting that pizza, and I coughed it up. The pizza would have been about $40 to begin with for that thing, and that was a huge pizza. In all fairness, but that was $32 more than what it needed to be. Another super chat here, Matt Havoc. Thank you, buddy. Hey, Ryback, can you do a Vince impression? I don't know anyone else who could do it as good as you. Let me think. Let me think about what I want to say as Vince. What do I want to do my Vince impression on? I may not be doing these for quite some time. There's some stuff going on. We can't talk about that though. Do a Vince. They have to really just come to me. What I'm going to do though is the Vince impression is going to come to me at some point before I close this show out in the next few minutes. So don't go anywhere. I talked about the MJF stuff, guys. Nobody attacked anybody. I'm completely fine. What do you mean MJF talked about Ryback? What did he say? He's just misliked. Ryback. There we go. It wasn't as long, but we got it out of the way. MJF, is that the guy with the little cock? Adiel Alvarez says, best places to eat in Vegas or favorite restaurants from Nevada. And I always thought you were cool. Stay safe. Thank you, buddy. Again, being vegan, the Modern Vegan is right near the Strip, is a great location. Cafe Nofer is a great place. They've got cool stuff there, great menu. But Modern Vegan, Cafe Nofer. Garden Grill is one of my favorites. It's on Lake Mead in Buffalo. It's a little bit off of the Strip. But then like sushi places, Chef Kenny's and Veggie House are the ones. So those would be the places I recommend to have a little diversity, and you will not regret any choices that you make on any of those. Seeing what else we got. Have I ever been to a strip club? I'm 40 years old. What do I look like, a 40-year-old virgin? Jesus Christ. Yes. My favorite one is Sapphire. When me and Dolph Ziggler, I got in completely wasted there years ago. Smoked, drank. I was a wreck. My ex-girlfriend had to help me get home. Thank God. She also got me for about $1,000. She stole me away from the dancers that I had. And then she knew, obviously we were together 3 years. She knew that I was, and she knows that I don't let myself ever get like that. She got me. She got me. She got me for a grand. And I text her the next day. I go, good play. But in all fairness, like she's made sure I got home all right. And because it was too much. And I have never gotten like that since. And that was a special occasion kind of to have a good time. Thank you for ordering the Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner. Again, the supplements, man. If you're going to take the capsules, the 2 servings a day that are advised on the bottle, it's one of those things I tell people. This is the stuff I've been making since I was in my 20s that work very well. Give me 1 second. We're gonna shell shock somebody out of Rybackville here. Excuse me. Let me get one more out of here. But it comes down to you gotta make sure that you're you're dieting in the sense that you're not just eating junk, you're not overeating your calories, and working out, it will enhance your results. Oftentimes, what people do is they get on a fat burner and they make no changes. They actually eat worse. And they go, "Oh, I'm taking this fat burner. I'm gonna be shredded and look like Ryback, so I can now eat this and that." And they start going over their calories significantly with that. And what it does though, it does work, and they don't put on as much fat as they would have if they do that. But they'll go, "Hey, this doesn't work." It's like, no, what you did is, and but a lot of people don't track their calories, and they don't realize that eating a bag of Doritos every night and adding a ton of calories in, or sugary snacks and this and that, like they just have no concept of calorie density and things. And they well, I'm taking this fat burner and I could just do whatever. So as long as you don't do that, you're going to see results. I've had people email they've lost 10 pounds in a week, and I go, and I believe it. I know the stuff works. And if you go look at their clinically researched ingredients that work, and we have a bunch of them in there that synergistically work together, that I found that in my 20s in putting these together was I used to have this in my pill box in WWE with like 7 or 8 different things in one box. It was my fat burner box of all natural ingredients on that. And then on top of that, I'm doing all this work and hours training every day. And there's a lot of people that just don't understand how great supplements actually do work when everything else is really, really in place and in line. I think you're going to get very good results if you do the work though with everything. And I tell people that supplements work if you work. That's why I preach the mindset and health and fitness and nutrition with all this. It all goes together. I'm not just saying, "Hey guys, take my supplements. I'm going to transform your life," with any of that. It's a whole package with all of that. When stressed, hey Adiel Alvarez again, thank you for the super chat. When stressed, how do you avoid eating junk? I'm not a stress eater. I don't, so I already know. I just look at it from a standpoint of, I go, okay, if I'm stressed, eating junk is not going to benefit me in any way, shape, or form. It's making me unhealthy, or it's going to make me not look as good. I'm going to feel way worse. The moment it's all gone, I'm going to feel worse with that. So there's a very short window that you're eating food for something. And I believe people that stress eat don't look at food with the micronutrients. They're just looking, they're eating out of taste. But you got to have a sense. I always look at things like with the big picture. I go, like, if something bad happens to me, my first thought is, "Oh my God, I got to go run to McDonald's and buy $20 worth of junk." Like, what is that gonna like? What I don't understand the thought process on that. Or, "Oh my God, something's not right in my life. I'm gonna go make myself look fatter so I can be more depressed over other things going on in my life." I just look at it from a common sense standpoint of like, okay, what's the problem? What can I do to resolve the problem? So I think it comes down to like how you deal with problems, and using a little bit of critical thinking, and analyzing the situation and looking long term, and not like just like looking like, "Oh my God, this part of my life is shit. So I'm going to stuff my face with the guilty pleasures, and get the release of the endorphins for 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then feel way worse afterwards and have more problems than I ever thought I was going to have." And by the way, affects your mood and makes that problem that you're having way worse. If you're an eater like that, I'd say get rid of all the junk and buy healthy vegetables and fruits, and really and learn. I'm telling you, raw vegetables, or cooking like a thing of vegetables with seasoning, well, you would be amazed at how much food you could eat with the right seasoning, where you feel like there's no way in the world that this could have such little calories and actually be beneficial for me with it. And that's what I would advise. If that's what you're doing, is switching out and learning, getting green beans and different things and some peas and maybe a little bit of corn, and then get some different cool seasonings and dipping sauces. And before you know it, you're just filling your body with nutrients that are actually going to help you feel better, and then actually help you process probably mentally what the situation is, and where you'll be able to think a little bit clearer, and hopefully maybe resolve the situation, whatever it is. Fix our food, we fix our mood. So that's why I said you got to look at everything from a micronutrient standpoint and stop. Got to, it's all the fast food places out there, they're not our friends, guys. These places, I look at every gas station, these places are not our friends. All the fast food, junk food out there, they're not here to help you. They are here to take your money and give you more problems, so that you got to run to the other industries to try to find a solution, when the solution is just what we're putting in our bodies to begin with. And it can't be any more clear or straightforward than that. So we got to wake up on that sense. And there's levels to this, though, man. There's levels. Thank you, Virtual Wrestling. We want you to retire Goldberg. That would be a major matchup. That would definitely be a big matchup. Have a good night, Walter. Thank you for joining in, buddy. Sleep well. With that, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's show. I got to finish getting my work done and do more scar tissue stuff and I got to get the dogs out for their little nightly walk. Your little guy's a real asshole towards me. I thank you guys for listening, though. As always, Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com. Check that out. I appreciate all the love and support over there. And we got free domestic shipping all of December, and you get a free Feed Me More Nutrition drawstring gym bag as well. I appreciate all your questions. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. You guys were great. Always very appreciative of all of those. And have a great night. Stay hungry, my friends. Until next time, feed me more.